Greetings, Love Posse. Today's message: just because you believe something doesn't make it true. I'll repeat. Just because you believe something doesn't make it true. Your entire reality stems from your beliefs. Your beliefs are your attitudes about the world, about others, and how you behave based on those beliefs. Most often, your beliefs are what you've been told, what someone has told you, and what you personally believe to be true, even though you haven't explored, researched, investigated your belief. Beliefs are not certain. Beliefs can be changed. Truth cannot. Even though there are people in the world diligently working to change the truth for whatever reason. Why is it that people have a hard time changing their beliefs, exploring, investigating, researching the beliefs that they hold? From my experience, fear. Not only fear, but for some people, it could totally unravel them. Unravel and unnerve and overwhelm their ego. Imagine believing something most of your life and finding out it's not true. I'm sure it could cause some psychological disturbance if that person doesn't have a well-developed ego. So I understand. Remember when we were children and maybe your parents told you that Santa Claus existed, that this man is going to come down the chimney, not just this man, right? First it was this, before we became inclusive, it was this white man with a beard and a red suit coming down the chimney with gifts, presents, right? And we had to leave cookies and milk. You know the narrative, right? And most kids believed that. And then we got older and we realized it wasn't true. It wasn't true. Why can't we understand that there are other beliefs that we personally hold as true that are not true? And we believe them because someone we respected, maybe loved, told us that this is true. Our parents, our teachers, our coaches, our friends, authority figures. Every day we're bombarded with beliefs. People, these talking heads, right, that you guys look up to, and they're saying this about this person. I believe this person. And most people just, yeah. Without even stopping to ask themselves, is that absolutely true? Or is that their belief? And if it is their belief, why do they believe that? There's a reason that person believes that, and it's saying it to me. We have the ability to respond in a conscious way. There's so much information out there that can easily be researched, explored, investigated. But most people won't do it. They'd rather hang on to their belief. They'd rather believe that these people are inferior to them. They rather believe that these people are not as intelligent as they are because of the color of their skin, because they are immigrant, because they are poor, or whatever. There are people who believe that all wealthy people are greedy. That's their belief. Just because you believe something doesn't make it true. I like to tell personal stories. So I've been noticing on YouTube these videos about post-Supreme Court ruling that affirmative action is unconstitutional, and what these universities are doing. And I'm seeing the conversations, people's comments, and it's based on belief. Because if people knew the facts, they wouldn't be making some of these comments. So it reminded me of my first year in law school when I was a 1L. And I remember first week of classes, this guy in this European avatar. I was walking up the stairs, he was coming down. He stopped, I looked at him, he looked at me, and he said, "Oh, you must have been admitted based on affirmative action." I was like, okay, I was shocked because of his boldness. And I just looked at him and shook my head and kept on going. So law school, you don't have quizzes and all these tests and papers, stuff like that. You have one test at the end of the semester. That one test score determines your grade. And when you take your test, you get a number, so it's not by name, which I appreciate, right? So you enter a name on your test, so if a teacher is biased, they don't know who the test belongs to. They can just grade it more fairly. So we had a wall with all the test scores. So happened, wasn't coincident. It wasn't a coincidence. There are no coincidences. This guy comes back on my path. And I'm looking up my contract grade. And he says to me, "What grade did you get?" I added the but he said, "What grade did you get?" I didn't have to say a word. But I guess at that age, I wanted to teach him a lesson, and it probably didn't dawn on him. He probably didn't learn the lesson. Don't assume. You hold this belief. You do. I'm going to show you your belief is not true. I go down the list. I see my number. I see 5 A's, 1 A and 4 A minuses. I get to my number. I put my finger on my number. I said, "This is me right here, A minus." He didn't even look at me. He didn't say a word. He just walked off. Just because you believe something about others, about whatever, doesn't make it true. You want to have some integrity in this world? Some character? Look at your beliefs. Ask yourself, is this true? Another personal story. I always had a challenge with, I had a fear of being seen. I did not want to be seen. I was born in 1967. I remember Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and JFK being shot. Because they were, in my mind, it's like, you see, they were out in public. They were seen. So I had this belief that being in the public eye, being seen, means you will be killed. That wasn't true. So how did I get over that? I looked for the truth. I looked for examples of the truth. I said, Oprah Winfrey is seen. She's in the public eye. She hasn't been killed. This person is in the public eye. She hasn't been killed. He's in the public eye. He hasn't been killed. So my belief is not true. So I changed my belief. Because beliefs can be changed. Truth can't. Just because you believe something doesn't make it true. Thank you for your time, Love Posse. Namaste.